So we are sitting in River's Edge, North Carolina. There is a small town called Charlotte, and this golf course is designed by Arnold Palmer. So this was my first investment in North Carolina. I did not know anyone here. I just drove by, found the property, and I invested in that. We did a lot of upgrading of the golf course, the greens, the clubhouses, the club cars. So we brought this golf course, and it was in fact rated by one of the association as best golf courses in the Myrtle Beach area. Then, in addition to this, I've invested in Sea Trail Golf Course and Resort. Same thing. We did a lot of upgrades, and now it's one of the most premier property within the North Carolina area. Then in South Carolina, I invested in International Golf Club. So there are a number of investments I have done in this area, and I couldn't be more prouder of the how things have turned out. So I saw the business potential. The only thing that drives me is business potential. Uh, my decision was based on the financial numbers. If the numbers make sense, I do an investment, and whether it is golf, whether it is any other business, the numbers have to make sense, or the numbers, or there should be a road to profitability, and that's what I saw in each of these businesses. So overall, if I combine the in North Carolina and South Carolina, it has created over 400 jobs, new jobs. I'm talking about new jobs because most of these golf course properties were either closing down or were not in best shape. It was not running to its full capacity, so the staff was laid off. Uh, and After the revival, we have added 400 between part time and full time, 400 jobs. So all the properties where I have invested in, because of the investment that went into each of these properties, the surrounding properties, the value of the existing properties and surrounding and new properties have really gone up. More specifically, if you look at Sea Trail, the entire Sea Trail community, the houses were selling for 300,000. Now they are selling for 500,000. That just tells you in a span of 2 years the increase in valuation of homes in that particular community. So we are seeing a lot of appreciation, even though mortgage rates are high, but property values continue to uh, be steady or go up. The first thing I look into is whether there is a potential in that property or in that business, whether there is a money to be made into those businesses, or if a process can be improved through which money can be made. When I look at all this thing, and there should be a real demand for that product or services, when I combine the four, um, if the answers to each of them is yes, then I go ahead and invest in those businesses.
So the answer to all the four has to be yes.
The answer to all the four has to be yes.
None of them can be no. Even one is no is
Yeah, I mean, if the business may be good, but if it cannot generate the net income,
right.
that is a bad business for me. And if there are customer but the product is bad, then that is a bad business for me. So for me, the product has to be good. The bottom line, there should be a path to profitability, or there is a sign that we can improve the business. And I also look at the management that it comes with, ability to hire good people, because if you hire good people for your business, half or actually 80% of your problem goes away. So I look at a lot of these factors in deciding a business. It's not never a rushed decision, it's a calculated decision. And as a business person, you make your bets. Some bets will come off, some bets will not come off. So when I say that business is all about numbers,
Hmm.
I look at, for example, the sales, the cost of goods sold, so overall gross profit, and then I look at other cost and net income. And beyond net income, I look at how much can I depreciate after paying interest or income tax. Am I making money or not? So when I look at the overall figure, sales, cost of goods sold, net income, depreciation, these are the four major parameters I look at, whereby if my investment into anything can generate over 10% minimum, that's where I look at, because after 5 6 years when you exit, you ought to be able to exit at almost 3 times the value you invest. So that's what I have done here. Some of these properties are marquee properties, which means I may not sell it because it's like a generational property. You're never going to find some of these properties ever again. I drove by, the owner were 80-year-old, they were retiring, their generation did not wanted to capitalize on this beautiful property, and I saw an opportunity, and I invested in this property and other properties within this area. So for me, I don't golf, so I can only go by numbers. If you ask me, is golfing a good business? Not all golf properties make money, so you have to be careful in picking which ones to buy, which ones not to buy, and then your instinct will tell you. And I always encourage people to go and visit any business that they are investing in, um, no matter which part of the world that business is in. You got to go investigate yourself, feel good about it, and then make a decision. So when I came to this property, I'll give you a few examples. The In golf courses, your greens or your field on which you play must be in really good condition. So most of these golf courses greens were not good, and I knew that the moment I put some money into these greens, landscaping and greens, I'll be able to increase the profit or increase the price of per day green fees by at least 40%, which we were able to do. So that is the first improvement we did. Then when everybody plays golf, they come and they want to sit down and have a drink or have a food. So I created a good environment whereby they can come, sit down, relax, and that is your another revenue center, where we focused on providing limited item but high margin items. Then the cart paths, they were in not good shape, where your club carts go. We improved those. So the experience of all these three things changed drastically in each of my golf course, and because of that, we were able to turn it around. So you have to pick your areas. It could be, you got to pick an area where golf activity will be done at least 9 to 10 months a year, um, and you need to make sure that if you are getting into a business, there will be ups and downs. You got to be able to go through the motions, understand where things are not working out, and then make some improvements, and hire a good management team to do day to day operations, because that is a critical factor. I am I have a good management team, and that is a very good factor in not just golf or in any other business. You got to have a good management team, and you got to trust your team.
And you have now, right now, you found out a good management
I
team,
have a
good
good
leadership.
management team. They work with me as partners, and all of our best interest is in improving the golf and increasing the revenue, and that's what we all are focusing. So there is a perception in this country that Indians are coming into USA and taking away jobs. And I want to make a correction that Indians are reinvesting in various businesses, not just the ones where I have invested in, but Indians are creating jobs. For example, new IT companies are being formed. We are hiring local people. Motor industry is practically run by 60% of the motor industry uh, is run by Indians. So there are uh, jobs we are created by Indians, but we are not very vocal about it. We are not talking about those jobs. But if you combine the numbers collectively, Indians probably are one of the most vibrant community that is positively contributing towards the economy in this country. Our kids are born and brought up here, so they are heavily invested into it. And for us, this is our karm bhumi or work bhumi, so we respect this. So the perception needs to change, whereby we are seen as, we should be seen as job creators and not job takers. And I would encourage everyone who is in business and who has created job to come out and talk about it openly and educate our community, not just our community, but the community we live in, that hey, we are job creators, and that is the perception we need to change. I think there is not a single forum. We go to different events, we do talk about it, but there is not a single forum where these voices are being communicated through. And through India Abroad, I want to take this opportunity to thank India Abroad and your entire team. I think you can be our ambassadors in getting the message out to Indian embassies overseas, um, to US consulates, that it's not about coming on H1B visas. It's after we come in, are we positively contributing or not? Yes, there may be cases here and there where H1B visas may have been misused, and um, we don't have any sympathy for that. That does not reflect what Indians are. We are very hardworking people who are contributing day in and day out, whether it is innovation, whether it is creating IT jobs, whether it is running in government positions. Um, lot of people I know within DHS are Indian origin. For example, CIO and CTOs are Indian origin, and we all are very proud of our contribution. So few bad apple uh, doesn't make the entire orchard bad. So I would give this message that we all are very bullish about it. We love this country, and we are contributing from different angles. Just don't focus on bad apples, but also talk about all the positive things our community and we collectively or individually are doing. Yes, I mean, as I said, I'm not just taking my specific example. There are friends in my circles who have created, who have companies that have created 2,000 jobs. You go to Silicon Valley, practically most of the chip manufacturing company founder or co-founder is an Indian. We have created this industry. Yes, the jobs were outsourced to Taiwan and China, but that was not our doing. It was done in 80s when most of the manufacturing jobs were shipped overseas, whether it was furniture making, whether it was chip manufacturing, whether it was car manufacturing. So that is your real source of problem. We are not the problem. The problem is where most of these jobs were outsourced for cheap labor into China and Taiwan and other countries. India, on other hand, have contributed. We have not taken jobs away. There was a labor shortage, and we, by bringing qualified people, we fulfilled that shortage. So it was not like that we came in to replace the American worker. There was a skill gap, and now the focus should be on filling the skill gap in USA itself. There are a lot of new technology coming, AI is booming, and I think we need to integrate AI to be able to overcome the shortage of skilled labor. So the problems that was created in 80s of shipping jobs overseas was not Indians. I want to again stress,
You're right.
we did not create this problem. It was large corporations that saw huge profits that shipped the job overseas, not the Indians who are living here. To the current government, will say, I want to say that, hey, we are partners, engage with us. If there is any skill upgrades we need to do, or we need to put up institutions, or programs we need to run into our offices or within our companies, we are willing to do that, and most of us are doing that. We have skills training programs, educational reimbursement programs. So to the current government, or uh, people in power, we want to say that, hey, we are your extension, use us, leverage us, and so that positively we can continue to grow this country. I think US will continue to prosper because of very clear fundamentals it has. Uh, the processes are very well defined. Businesses are very easy to set up. Banking regulations are very well laid out. So to set up a business, to raise fund, the infrastructure is there. Raising fund for your startup, or raising funds during your growth phase, USA is one of the best countries, and I think there is no other country in the world that can match USA. And I think we need to continue to invest in America. We need to continue to bring trade barriers down, and we need to fill the gap, whether it is skill gap or whether it is manufacturing gap, by bringing back jobs into America, and ensuring that our economy continues to grow. I think because of the AI inventions and advancement, I think the skill gap will automatically reduce. For example, call center, just to give you an example, earlier traditionally we used to have call centers where people were answering calls from overseas and answering, let's say, Bank of America calls or Wells Fargo calls, customer service. I think with the AI, those jobs can be brought back here. AI agents can be deployed, and there are several jobs that can be insourced rather than outsourced. For example, drone capability or drone manufacturing, it can be insourced, and those are the kind of jobs we need to be creating, which are high tech, where USA continues to lead, and we need to continue to lead so that we continue to dominate the world. So I'm looking into healthcare sector. I think wellness and healthcare and longevity sectors will continue to grow with the advancement of AI and integration of new tools within the medical ecosystem. I think it will continue to see improvement in our lives, and I think that is one sector which will see a lot of changes in next 2 3 years, and I'm very bullish on that sector, and I'll be investing in healthcare wellness sector. I think you need to know or hire experts in that sector before you get into that sector. If you don't have the skill set, which is fine, as a business person, you don't need to have all the skills, but you need to know your financials need to be very strong. You need to know how to run financial numbers, so that, as I laid out, revenue and gross profit and net income, those are three strong parameters that you need to be looking at, and you need to bring right management team who can execute those plans.